What brought me to root cause was actually my husband. I've had chronic migraines frequently for the last 20 years, and Dr. Vicky went to his company, talked about root cause, and I came home about a year and a half ago in January, and when I got home, he said he had made me an appointment. And I had a date to come in and see Dr. Vicky and talk to everyone and see if they thought they could help me with my migraines. So I talked to Dr. Vicky. They did a full evaluation for PT to see if anything was going on. I did blood work to see if there was anything that was causing my migraines, and started with the nutritionalist. And so we cut out gluten. I did the elimination diet, which wasn't too hard, at least. And then I had to start doing PT a couple times a week because I had neck pain. And then I started taking hormone pills for my migraines. So actually, since starting, I haven't had a migraine in a year, which is huge. So it's been good. They've helped me, the PT department, with the exercises to do so my neck doesn't hurt from leaning over teaching. And so now I come maybe once a month or so. And whenever I notice that my neck is hurting, I know exactly what to do, which has been great. Along with I'm eating healthier, which is helping the migraine. Everything's helping in general. I'm healthier overall, have lost about 50 pounds. My neck no longer hurts, and I don't have migraines. So really, not having migraines is the best thing, considering I was getting them once a month, if not more, for 3 to 4 days at a time. And when you're trying to teach small children and you're in constant pain, you just kind of smile through it. And as soon as the kids leave, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to go home and be in a dark room and have total silence, which affects your relationships, your life in general. It's a quality of life. I didn't want to do as much because my head hurt, and now it doesn't, which is great. And it's been a long time since I haven't had migraines like that. So wow. It's great not having migraines. So I am part of the elimination diet. They ran the test about gluten and decided I was gluten sensitive. And as part of that, I gave up gluten, which has been a year and a half with no gluten. Prior to giving up gluten, I would have seasonal allergies, sinus problems every year, all the time. And now that I've been gluten-free for a year and a half, I've had no allergies, no sinus issues. No matter how much pollen is in the air, I'm good. And I think it's the no gluten. It's just one of those things. It's like, okay, maybe no gluten, maybe not. But regardless what I believe about no gluten, it doesn't matter what I believe about it. It matters the whole fact of I don't have allergy problems or sinus problems now that I've given it up. So I'm going to attribute it to that because that's the only thing that's changed in my diet. So it makes me feel better, so I do the no gluten. The difference between root cause and my primary physician, I had gone to her many times over the 20 years, and most of the time they wanted just to give me medication that I could take every day to hopefully alleviate not having the migraines. They didn't really, primary physician wasn't interested in finding out what was causing my migraines. I'm not a big person in taking medication if I don't need to. And I never really wanted to take what they wanted to give me, so I would just suffer. Whereas root cause was like, oh, let's find out what's causing your migraines and try to fix it from there. So I'm a little better open to taking the hormone pills because I know that's what I need versus, oh, just take this to alleviate the pain. I did, through my primary physician, have to tell them I wanted to try acupuncture. They did try that. It worked temporarily for a year or so, and then they would start coming back. And so it was this reoccurring, they'd go away for a little bit, they'd come back, and I would argue with them that let's find out what's causing them. And they're like, here's a medication. So the difference between root cause and other doctors is they at least look at your whole body and try to figure out what's causing the underlying problem and try to make sure that you're healthy overall, so you know what the triggers are and you no longer have all these buildups to the migraines. I would recommend root cause to others. I actually dragged my husband in after he had referred me. He had back pain, and so I kind of suckered him into coming next. I've told other people about it. It's great. It's a long process. It's not a quick fix like when you go to another doctor and they're just like, take this pill. It takes time, and you have to be willing to put that time in and actually do what they suggest versus, oh, it's not working, I'm gonna stop immediately. So although I haven't had migraines for a year, it probably was 6 months of us working on things before I got to the point of not having migraines. So you have to be willing to do that work and commit to it.